Next thing I talk about or get asked all the time is cannabis, marijuana stocks. I work in an investment newsletter now, and one of my duties is to write and research in the cannabis stock arena. That's one of my duties. So I've studied this arena enormously. I do not invest in cannabis stocks. They, in large part, or pretty much in general, are unprofitable, and unprofitable to a large degree. They have huge promise. Marijuana stock, it's coming worldwide. They're going to legalize it, I think, probably within the next 2 years in the United States, no matter who the next president is. It's coming. The problem with that is in Canada right now, they opened it up, and they opened it up to too many people. So there's a mass oversupply. So demand has been kind of slowly rising like this in Canada, while supply has gone up like this. So when that happens, prices go down a lot to a point, and they're to a point now in Canada where companies can't even be profitable with what the price they're selling marijuana at. I don't remember the exact numbers, but a couple months ago I did a study on it, and for the article I was writing for the investment newsletter, and the retail, like illegal market pot sales were at like $4.50 Canadian dollars. Public companies like stocks and private businesses in Canada were at like $7.50 or $8 per ounce. And for the public companies to be profitable, they had to be at like a $12 or $13 Canadian dollar rate. So they were unprofitable by a huge margin, and they were still getting hammered by the illegal pot market, by the drug dealers. 70%, I think the stat was around 70% of all drug sales in Canada are still with drug dealers because the prices are so much lower. Why are the prices lower? Because there's so many taxes, so much regulation, so much red tape, and so much supply in Canada. So how is that fixed? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for that to get fixed. It's going to take, back in the day, John D. Rockefeller, when he started Standard Oil, he saw pretty much the same issue. Huge boom with oil, huge boom in supply, not that a huge increase in supply like that, but demand was kind of going like this, just kind of straight up a little bit. So what he did, again, illegal now, he can't, and they got broke up eventually for it. What he did was he bought out any competitor he could afford to. He either shut them down or massively reduced their supply so that his company, Standard Oil, could become profitable. This is how Standard Oil became one of the biggest companies in the entire world. An estimated value in today's dollars of like $1.5 trillion was Standard Oil at its height. But that's what's going to happen. Again, not with some of the illegal and strong arm tactics, whatever you want to call them. They weren't illegal then. They're illegal now. You can't do them. But what's going to happen is a lot of these pot stocks are going to go bankrupt. They're going to be bought out at low prices because they're going to go bankrupt, or they're just going to go away. That will, in time, kind of even out the supply and demand. So prices will rise for the legal pot companies to a place where they're profitable. In time, they will earn profitability and become decent companies to invest in. Right now, it's essentially like, it's not even flipping a coin. It's like playing the lottery. 1 out of 10 are going to be great stocks. Probably 2 to 3 out of 10 are going to be okay. And the rest are going to go out of business. So 6 to 7 are going to go out of business. Essentially, you're playing the lottery, hoping you get on the tail of the one that's going to go skyrocket over time. That's what you're doing if you're investing in the pot market today. Again, it's coming. It's going to happen. There's nothing to stop it. But right now, as businesses, they're incredibly unprofitable. There's way too much supply, not enough demand. And on top of that, most of these guys running these businesses don't know what they're doing. That's why they're getting fired left and right in the pot market, because they were super enthusiastic founders and salesmen. Most of them were salesmen or marketers to get the company started, but they don't know how to run a business. So that's why a lot of them, and they were kind of going after the Uber model of more and 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 more users. But the problem with pot stocks compared to Uber is Uber kind of controls the demand to a degree, while with pot stocks, people can only smoke so much pot, even if they want to. And even the people who do want to smoke as much pot as they want to, they're a small minority of people. So demand's not going to just kind of skyrocket like that, like with Uber when they changed the taxi arena. So I wanted to talk about that too, because literally every person I talk to talks about it. As stocks right now, they're pretty much uninvestable for me. Will some emerge over the next 5-10 years and become great companies and great stocks to own? Yes, probably. I think in all likelihood, some of the better ones are going to get bought out by companies like Altria and Philip Morris and British American Tobacco, because these cigarette companies already have the supply and distribution to go worldwide. So I think eventually these pot stocks will be bought out by companies like this, and they will be distributed more like cigarettes in the future, instead of these kind of mom and pop shops. Those I think will kind of go away in time, because unless you have multiple locations, you're not going to be profitable either, because the prices are so much higher still than the illegal market, but they're still below where the companies can be profitable at. So I hope that makes sense as well. And I wanted to talk about that as well, because again, literally every person I talk to asked me about the pot stocks. So, okay, I'm going to check. Let's see any more questions. If not, I'm going to get off of here relatively shortly. So, I hope this helped. Again, I'm going to be doing these more now, since we're all going to be home for a while. I'm going to be doing these more and answering your questions about retirement funds and portfolios and budgets and how to work more productively from home, individual stocks, the economy, the coronavirus stuff. I can talk about all this stuff. So if you have any questions about any of this, let me know. But to kind of wrap up, unless I get another question in here real quick, build cash, stay healthy. Don't worry about what the manipulation of the stock market that's going on right now. Try to stay away from the coronavirus news. I know it's hard because it's literally everywhere, and I check the stats multiple times a day just because as a numbers guy, it's just astounding to me. But try to be productive, learn a side hustle, learn a skill, sell your stuff online, make money, cut your expenses if you can, because again, we're literally in unprecedented times. So nobody knows what's going to happen. And just a month ago, nobody's worried about this, and now everybody's freaking out about it. So people are going to still be getting laid off. People are going to be unemployed in time. In the short term, it's going to suck. In the long term, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out, and we'll adapt like we always do. And again, stay healthy and raise as much cash as you can for the unprecedented times we're in. Thanks for watching. Steve, thanks for your answer and interacting with you. Hope you and the family are doing good. And everybody else watching, thanks for watching. If you have questions, seriously, let me know. I want to help people. In this, because the scammers haven't started coming out yet. They will start coming out once things kind of calm down a little bit. The scammers will come out, and I want to help as many people as I can with this kind of stuff, with my knowledge and expertise, make rational and better decisions. So, because the worst thing you can do is panic and get involved with some kind of scammer. So I'm going to hope to help you guys avoid many of those kind of things, and help you along as much as I can during this crazy and unprecedented times. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.